Hello everybody, this is Neil's Nomenclature, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Hex and Hex CMS along with Swagger and Open API, and just a quick explanation of what it is and what it's all about. So my professor is a developer for Hex, and this is just essentially a single web component, a very large web component that can read and take in information from a bunch of languages that configures them to be edited and managed in an easy and secure way. So whatever CMS I'm on, let's say I'm on Grav, it will still pop up. It can read and process JSON files to make them into readable and honestly easy to read files, which we will take a look at in the Swagger example. But the biggest thing that I wanted to point out is that it's headless, and headless means that this is just a way to say there's no ties to any platform, thus making it reliant on nothing and no one. So it's just reliant on itself. Instead of requesting information from an outside source like another website or an API, it makes all of its calls internally. So it is quick and seamless. It's very, very nice. And this is done by clearly dividing the front end design and back end development. So if you have front end styling, that is completely separate from the back end, where the development deployment of the actual application comes into place. So let's take a look at Hex CMS. So what is it? So from their website or from the Hex CMS, you can go here to welcome and then why Hex CMS. You can just scroll down. It is a flat file generator with a UI, and the UI contextually loads based on if you should see it. It's weird, we know, and that's why we should have some trouble describing what it is. So what he means is that if I was on a different API, or sorry, a different CMS, like for example Grav or WordPress, it would still pop up if I was editing a page and I wanted to add content. It would still bring up this bar, and as long as I had it's a web component that you can install like through plugins. I could still edit page content, and I could go here and I could add content, select element. That would all still pop up. Okay, so yeah, it's an organic CMS, a living yet permanent website. It's hacking the limitations of content authoring capabilities. That's why we say we're the hacks the web. So yeah, it's kind of like breaking boundaries in a way. It still needs to be formatted in a little bit better, just so the UI is a lot easier to use. But once you get the hang of it, it's really nice, and it is a flat file system generator, which just essentially means it is reliant on only itself, and it's very quick and can compress files and make it readable for users in an efficient manner. So when we had class time, we kind of went through and he gave us a couple of tasks that we had to accomplish and just what problems we ran into or just the process we went through in order to go through it, or to make those the blocks show up and be effective. So from what I saw, the pros were it was lightweight and easy to implement. So as long as there usually is a big list of blocks you can add, which is really nice. Universal and convenient, like I said. Other CMSs, if you should be seeing it, you will be seeing it if it's installed. Simple and easy to pick up. It took me about a day or two to get familiar with it. It gets a lot easier as you keep using it. Just don't get frustrated in the beginning, and it gets the job done quick. And I made this website in literally 30 seconds. You can go on and at any point and just click add new website, and it will automatically populate. The cons, so the UI is a little bit cramped. So as you can see, it gets a little bit cramped, especially with some of the different toolbars and just the way some stuff's set up. Consistency and formatting fluctuates, so sometimes it gets a little confusing with adding paragraphs or adding a certain kind of block because there is no click and it will automatically be populated onto the page. You have to actually drag it in and style it yourself. And then implementing blocks and widgets can get confusing. It's basically the exact same thing, but I just wanted to touch on it a little bit more. So now that we're done with that, let's go to Swagger. Swagger is an open source format that documents and outlines API files, which allows applications to communicate and work together better, no matter where you are. So what this means is that whenever you send and receive JSON files, your computer's going to be able to read that, but it can get confusing, and sometimes when you're on different CMSs in different places, it's kind of hard for your computer to read. So this just makes it simple, puts it in an easy format, gives you a nice like text document. And here I have a little bit of example. It's just easy to read. But yeah, that's pretty much